Check me out, guys. Today, a little bit different video. Chefing up in the kitchen, making meal prep for the week while I kind of explain to you guys a couple of lessons I've learned and just tips for you guys if you're also thinking about moving abroad, working abroad, living abroad, or just curious about travel in general. So, come on. It's pretty much like hamburger, mac and cheese, but with some extra greens, jalapeno peppers, onions. So this will probably last me for about a week in general. So let's get to it. Jalapeno, onion, a little bit of broccoli. Where do I start, man? I've really just been having these thoughts over and over in my head. If you have the opportunity to move abroad, study abroad, do it, you know. Take every opportunity and run with it, because all those years of me being able to travel are all now just a memory. Now I'm back in school, back in the US, and it's cool, it's fun, you know. I'm going to pursue what I really want to do, you know, career-wise, but all my traveling just kind of came to a halt, you know. I can't go, pick up and go. I can't work for a couple months and then, you know, keep it going. I gotta kind of stay in one place. Yeah. Now, put this ground beef. Yeah, it's really slowed down for me now, you know. Cool, I'm not complaining. It's just life as I know it now, you know, at least for the next year and a half. So, I guess a couple words of advice. If you're thinking about moving abroad, have a plan, you know. If you want to study abroad, if you're in college, find the right program for you. Find a language that interests you, so that whenever you get to that country, you'll be able to kind of adapt easier, you know, rather than just going to a country that you know nothing about, don't know the language, you know. So have a plan. If you're studying abroad, I was a teacher abroad for a year. I taught. So if you do want to teach English, just be mindful of how much that country is going to pay you, because each country is different, the laws are different, the visa requirements are different. So just keep that in mind when you're applying. There's also a bunch of corporate companies that are hiring people to work in different countries. If you speak a different language, a lot of times that makes you more attractive to the market. So, like I said, going with a plan. Don't just go in blindly, because that's what I did, which I learned a lot. I don't regret anything, but if I would have kind of planned out, organized myself beforehand, I feel like I would have been better prepared for stuff to come. Second word of advice I would give you would be to foster the connections that you make while you're abroad. You know, foster the relationships, the friendships that you make, people you meet on the street. Keep them close, you know, because you never know down the line when you might need them again, and vice versa. And I'm not saying use the people in each country that you go to or that you're in, but just be genuine, you know what I'm saying? Be genuine with the people, because a lot of my best friends, my closest friends, I met abroad, and here I am, at least 1,000 to 3,000 miles away from all of them. But whenever I want to travel, if ever I want to go visit a place, I have free places to stay. And all my friends know that if they want to come here, no questions asked. And you can't put a price on it. It's not worth any money, contacts, or gold. You know, just be intentional. And a lot of my friends that I did meet in one country, they've also moved to other countries to better themselves, to better their careers. So you never know where life will take you. You know, myself included. Need you all to trust the process, man. We're going somewhere. Right now, we're just browning the ground beef before we add in everything else. This is everybody's favorite part. But because I'm meal prepping for the week, this recipe calls for 2 cups of milk, but I'm using 4 because I'm using double the pasta, so it can last me for about 10 servings, you know? So yeah, we'll put 2% milk, man. Lactose free, because my stomach can't handle it. Bear with me, man. Promise you it's gonna turn out better than it looks right now. I'm kind of modifying it because we gotta save some milk. This is free game right here, man. Free game. And every time I was LeBron, I always would meal prep, no matter what country I was in. Because I'm big on working out, health and fitness. And, you know, although I did like to also eat out, meal prep kind of allowed me to use my money for other things. Even though food is 3 to 4 times less expensive, or even if it is just as expensive, is the quality is better from the actual grocery store. So I didn't mind cooking at home or just having more of a balance going out and, you know, meal prepping at the same time. So the third piece of advice I'd give to you in this video is just don't forget who you are. You know, don't forget who you are while you're getting to know other cultures, other countries, because it's easy to get lost in the sauce. The meal prep contenders I use for the week. Shout out to my moms. But yeah, once I finish with everything, it'll go in these, and then every morning I have to wake up around 4:30 before going to class. So just pop one of these in my bag, I'll be set. Don't forget who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're the one that's always traveling around like I was, you know, it can be easy to, you know, enjoy other people's culture, which is fine. You know, it can be easy to want to immerse yourself, which is the best way to learn another language. I say it all the time when I'm telling my friends and people that ask me how I learned another language. But people want to know about you. People want to hear about your culture. People want to learn about where you're from. So just keep being your most authentic self when you're in these other countries, when you're in these other places, because that's what's going to foster the best connections for you as a person. And that's what people are going to remember long after you leave their country. You might even end up wanting to stay, but they'll know you for you. A lot of times Americans get a bad rap for that, either not knowing anything or thinking they know too much. So it's starting to look like something. I'll show you in a minute how it'll look once it's done. So now we let it sit for about 10 to 12 minutes, and I'll show you the finished product. But yeah, those are just a couple pieces of advice to give you guys. I know I'm not traveling right now. Like I said, we know why. But still want to keep the page going, keep you guys engaged, keep you guys involved. And yeah, just spit you guys out some knowledge, spit you guys game, put you on game of stuff that I've learned. So any questions you have about my experiences or language learning or just making connections abroad, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to kind of answer the questions you guys have. So let me show you this meal prep for the week. Check me out, we all ready for the week. Each of these look the same, so this is just protein, beef, onions, broccoli, jalapeno peppers, and protein bar. So hope you enjoyed the video, and catch you in the next one. Peace.